morning. Welcome to 49ers in 5, your daily update on everything happening with the team that you need to know. I'm Rob Stats Guerrera. Today is Wednesday, February 14th. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Here's what's happening with your San Francisco 49ers. The Niners cleaned out their lockers yesterday, and so there is a ton of good sound for us to go through that we will bring to you over the next couple of days. For today, let's start with Brandon Aiyuk, who was asked a very simple question yesterday.
Is your hope to remain with the 49ers moving forward?
If that's the right move, yeah.
What would that right move look like for you?
Being a champion.
There was also chatter on social media from people close to Brandon Aiyuk that maybe hinted he might not be back with the 49ers next year. Here was John Lynch's answer when he was asked whether BA's contract is a priority this offseason.
Yeah, you have to prioritize all these things. You know, Brandon's entering his fifth-year option. Brandon's been a fantastic player for us. Kyle calls him a warrior all the time because of the way he goes out and competes, and I mean that shines through anybody who, whether you're a trained eye or whether you're a fan, you can see the passion he plays with. You can see the production that he's had. We're extremely, prideful in what he's become, and he should be as well. And so, your team is comprised of guys, veterans who've been paid very well, of guys who want to be played very well. We got one guy on our team who, is pretty prominent, who can't be played very, real well right now because the CBA doesn't allow. So it's all one big puzzle. We've developed a good cadence over the years, Kyle and I, where he focuses on the season. We do all the planning, and then we present things to him, and we work through it. And that's what we'll continue to do. But, of course, you want a guy like Brandon Aiyuk to be a part of you going forward.
General managers generally have to be careful when talking about stuff like this. But to be fair, John Lynch in his history usually isn't. He's usually pretty honest. So if the answer is yes, the contract is a priority, why not just say so? And speaking of murky answers, by the way, here was Kyle Shanahan when he was asked if Steve Wilks is going to be back next year.
Is there any reason to think he won't be back next season?
No, that's stuff that, we'll talk about a ton as this week goes. We'll talk about a ton in the offseason. Where we want our team to be, our defense, our offense, special teams, and that's a lot of conversations, a lot of film, a lot of personnel or salary cap things we got to discuss, drafts. So, no, we're just haven't even watched the game yet, to tell you the truth.
You already answered this. I couldn't quite hear Matt's question, but is Steve Wilks coming back next year?
I haven't talked to anybody yet, so yeah, I expect all our coaches to be back.
Again, if Wilks is definitely coming back, don't you just say yes? Don't buy any green bananas, Steve Wilks. There are a lot of other good sound bites, by the way. We will bring them to you the rest of this week. I only got a 5-minute show, but don't worry. I promise you will hear all the good stuff. We always give you one thing to read, one thing to watch, and one thing you might have missed. One thing to read on this Wednesday. If you want to feel a little bit better about the 49ers, go check out Tim Kawakami's latest column in The Athletic. He makes you feel like maybe that Super Bowl window isn't quite closing as much as some people would lead you to believe. One thing to watch, I know it might be a little painful, but Inside the NFL has some incredible audio from the field in Super Bowl 58. Especially when Dre Greenlaw went down. They have it from both sides. Unbelievable stuff. If you want to see a sample, click the link in the description of this article. One thing you may have missed, a couple of defensive stars for the 49ers got hurt early in the year and played through it. Eric Armstead tore his meniscus in one of his knees in the Philadelphia Eagles game in Week 13 and played through it the rest of the way. Also, Javon Hargrave tore a ligament in his thumb and decided to gut it out for a chance to go to and win the Super Bowl. That's a wrap on today's 49ers in 5. Please rate, review, and follow the Gold Standard Podcast Network wherever you get your podcasts. Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. If you click the little bell, you'll get notified every single time we go live, which is every single weekday for you. Today, it'll be myself and Grant Cohn, 9 a.m. Pacific time. Hope you join us for that. We've got a lot to talk about for sure. Enjoy your Wednesday, everybody. I'm Rob Stats Guerrera. We'll talk later today.